Okay, folks, welcome back to another fantastic edition of Opali Presents Know Your Pros. And today's guest, we have Miriam Estrada of Pacific Coast Landscape here in Oxnard, California. They are Ventura County's preeminent designers and maintainers of perfect outdoor spaces, those oases that make your backyard or yard in the front a more livable space, a more beautiful space. Miriam, thank you so much for dropping by and saying hello to Know Your Pros.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so excited to be here to get to share some information with you and all your audience.
I'm psyched too. And Miriam, I had like a really fun conversation with you before we got started here, like a nice half hour
Yes.
where we just sort of like chopped it up together. I told you that I used to myself do a little bit of landscaping. I would cut the parents' hedges and mow the lawn and move earth around. And I know
Right.
when like some people think about like landscaping, they think, oh, it's the guys with the dirty beat up trucks and they cut the grass every week and that's about it. But with your business at Pacific Coast, it's different. It is more
Yes.
creation and maintenance for that perfect outdoor
Correct.
space. Before we dive into that, I want to ask you, why was it that you decided to purchase this business? This wasn't something that you had until a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, we've been the proud owners of Pacific Coast Landscape for about 3 years now. And why we decided to buy this business, well, like, why can a girl own a landscaping company?
Yeah.
No, I actually bought it for my husband. My husband has always had a green thumb and always loved getting outside and dirty and creating something beautiful. And why not buy him a landscaping business?
I mean, I was telling you that most people, when they love somebody so dearly, they'll buy them a dog or maybe buy them a ring or something like that, which I guess is a little bit more expensive, but a business in
Yes,
landscaping, that's a whole nother thing, right?
yes.
Like, why did you pick when you decided to buy it, the landscaping business? I mean, like, I know you said your husband's got experience there, but why was
Yes.
it that you thought, man, I got to get him this business? What led to that?
So this one, we did our due diligence on it, and it had great reviews. It had, I mean, the former owner, Kent, he'd owned it since 1986.
Mm.
So he was right out of high school when we bought it. So the people that know him is tremendously, and everybody that I talked to said nothing but nice things about him. And then we started getting the phone calls, and it was all positive feedback. So we said, you know what, this is a perfect fit for us. It has great reviews and it has a track record, and it's been there since 1986. So you really can't beat that. We kept the same crew. We just replaced, those owners for these owners, but pretty much it's the same.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a really serious feat to keep the same crew even with a
Yes,
change in ownership, right?
yes,
The owner was trying to retire or just pass it down.
yes.
Yeah.
No, he was retired. He wanted to go on his boat and fish, and that's what he does. He still consults for us on bigger projects from time to time, so we have that if we need to. But no, he's mostly retired, or all retired.
Got it. Got it. Well, you're right about the way that the business is presented out there in the world, but then also online. I mean, you talked about how the
Yes.
business has great reviews, it's pretty well regarded. What is that little spin that Miriam and her husband put on Pacific Coast these days? This is my question of, hey, why should somebody call Pacific?
Call us.
Yeah. Why?
I think you get the best of both worlds. I do have a hand in running the business. So I do all the scheduling, estimating. So you get the professionalism that sometimes with our industry does not come with, but you also get the great work ethic that it brings outside in the field. He's very attention to detail. He loves what he does. He puts his heart and his soul. And being said that, we're not the cheapest out there. So I know that some people say, hey, it's just plants and dirt. It's a little bit more than that. It's creating a beautiful outdoor living that you can enjoy. So, you know, that's, if you're looking for something, attention to detail, then yes, give us a call.
I love that. You know, you mentioned that you guys are not the cheapest.
No.
And I would say too, because we talk to a lot of businesses like yours here on the show, Miriam, and that's a big issue, you know, with folks out there getting quotes for jobs or, you know, searching around for a bid. And often they want to go with the cheapest option, but what they're trading off with that lower cost on the labor and the job itself is in experience, time, having to keep an eye on or keep track of the promises that have been made by the company that they're dealing with. And from the front end, what you're talking about, the professionalism in the office, scheduling, making sure everything's on track, to the back end with your husband and his attention to detail and the way he carries a project through to completion, is something that is, you know, almost incalculable in terms of the peace of mind that it delivers to the client, is what it sounds like to me, right?
Yes, yes, yes. You don't have to chase us down. We have a storefront. We're here. You can come in. If you have any questions, call us. There's always somebody always on the phone. So you know, you can either call us or come on by.
And you have a storefront there in Oxnard. Is that the case?
Yes, we do all our estimating and all the back end office part of that. We have samples, all that good stuff. We have it here in our showroom.
Beautiful. So whether it's pavers or turf or sod, bricks, you name it, Pacific Coast Landscape has it. I would encourage you guys to go check them out. But Miriam, why don't you tell our viewers where folks can find you guys in the Pacific Coast Landscape business out there in the world? How can they get in touch?
Well, we do have our website, which is Pacific Coast Landscape #1. You know, we do have our Facebook, Pacific Coast Landscape, as well as our Instagram, Pacific Coast Landscape. Our phone number, and I don't know if I can give that, is the, 805. Yeah, I can.
Oh, yeah. No, this is a promo show, girl. 805-647-8869, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. That's kind of like, can I give it? You just don't know.
No, of course. Yeah, yeah. And do you guys prefer that folks reach out to you guys over the phone or drop a line in an email? How do you prefer that?
We have got them all. There's some, it's kind of, in these days, there's some people that like to send emails. We get emails. You can find us at CS, short for customer service, at Pacific Coast Landscape 1. Our domain was already big enough, so we decided to, our emails shorten it a little bit. So it's whatever works. Our email is CS at Pacific Coast Landscape 1. Our website, you have the abilities to put your information there, download some pictures, our phone numbers. Yeah, we have every way. We have a fax too, if anybody does that. We still have those available.
Okay, we'll stop you short of the fax. I don't think anybody's going to be faxing, but if you do,
I was gonna go beeper. We just let that one go, but no, some people don't know what that is.
All that info, folks, that Miriam just dropped on our heads there is going to be down here in the description, as it always is. So if you'd like to engage with them either on socials, on their website, give them a phone call, go ahead and check out what we got down there. Miriam, I love what you guys are doing. I think that it's really impressive that a landscape company has an actual customer service email address at a landscaping company. I don't think I've ever encountered that. So that says all that I need to tell our folks about the kind of business that you are. That is, though, all the time that we've got. Miriam, thank you so much for coming by and joining us here on Know Your Pros.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I look forward to seeing you again.
Know Your